Rachel with Adventurous Heart, and today's adventure is going to focus on my husband Phil and his new plane. So he has always had the adventure in his heart that he wanted to be a pilot and one day have his own plane, but like many adventures that are in our heart, sometimes money and knowledge of getting into it and all of those things become barriers. But that didn't stop my husband. Since he was a little kid, he wanted to do it, and finally he has his plane and a hangar to go with it, and today I'm going to go in that plane for the first time with him as a pilot. But let's hear his story as well.
Hey guys, I'm Phil. You probably know me from Rachel's videos, but from behind the camera most of the time. But yeah, so this is my new Yak52. It's a Russian military trainer. Just got it a couple months ago and pretty excited about it. It's my first plane that I've owned personally that is a registered aircraft that I can take passengers up in. We've previously had a Cessna 172 for a couple years in a partnership, but this is my first privately owned plane, so I'm super excited about it. It's a completely different kind of aircraft, but I've always wanted to fly. From a young age, I got introduced to a small helicopter from a family member, and I fell in love with aviation ever since. Now I have the means and resources to do this, so I'm super excited to share it with Rachel. Today will be her first time, but yeah, so take a closer look at the plane.
So it's a Yak52. Phil, tell us what a Yak52 is, what that means.
Yeah, so it's got a 9-cylinder radial engine on it. It looks like a World War II type plane. Very simple, kind of design, very reliable, but it's got some quirky, mechanics on it. It uses pneumatics to start the engine and, lower the landing gear, control the flaps, that kind of thing. It's a very quirky plane, but it's a lot of fun. Very old school. But we brought a specialist out to help me train on it, and so I've got about 25 hours now. So about time to take Rachel up and let her experience it for herself.
So that's gonna be my seat. I will not be next to Phil. I will be in a separate cockpit, which will be the first time. So for me, it's a little nerve-wracking because I'm in my own and I have to wear a parachute. So let's go get that parachute on.
And on that note, it is a fully aerobatic plane. Super exciting. I want to work into that eventually, but this airframe can take 7 Gs. Right now I'm just doing normal maneuvering, nothing too wild, but eventually I'd love to get into the aerobatics.
We'll see how that goes. Let's get that parachute on. So this is the parachute that I get to wear just in case. And let's go with a big just in case. I am not planning to jump out of this plane. But in the event that that happens, I will have a parachute, mostly for when we do aerobatics, which we're not going to do just yet, so hopefully we'll be good, but make sure it is nice and tight. And I've been instructed that should I fall out of the plane, and I guess not fall, I would actively get out of the plane, because there is a covering, and you have a 5-point harness, but that I would do the skydive motion that looks like this, and then when I'm ready, I can go ahead, grab this loop and part as far away as I can. Hopefully, I don't need that information today, but let's go get in that plane.
Yep, and it's one of those things like with an aerobatic plane, anytime you do any type of maneuvering in these type of planes, it's one of those things that you do want to have a parachute on board. For most planes, you don't need them, but because of this plane's capabilities, it's required.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea. Yep.
It feels really good briefing me on what I need to know, just in case. All right. Here's okay?
Yep, there and there, and then just watch the buckles when you're trying not to graze the and then you'll sit down You'll slide down. You'll feel the cushion kind of lock into the bucket below you. It should fit snugly in there. You'll be sitting a little higher than.
Yeah, hold on. There we go. It was a little crooked.
Yeah, you'll find that sweet spot.
Okay. Yep, I got that in. Now 5-point harness.
Over the top of this, yep.
Okay.
So then you'll reach for the top too.
I got it. And it just buckles wherever around this, right?
Yeah, it just sits on wherever it's comfortable on top of your shoulders. And then you'll grab the right one.
All right, so putting on the parachute, fine. 5-point harness, fine. Closing this thing makes you a little nervous. It's kind of like claustrophobic. You're in here by yourself. The pilot who knows what's going on is in front of you. And you're back here by yourself, and you have to figure out how to open and close this on your own. And then this thing goes. There's a lot going on back here. Deep breath. We got this. And we're not even doing acrobats yet.
And then I'm going to be hanging out up here in a separate cockpit.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Let me know how you're feeling. You're going to throw up.
Wait, what? I have my earmuffs on.
If you're going to throw up, have a nervous breakdown, just tell me. It's fine.
Okay, are you nervous about me?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just saying if you're nervous, you need to tell me because I can't see you.
Yeah, okay.
Please be vocal.
Okay. Can you see me in the mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see you.
Cool.
Plane started up. in the Yak52 in the books. I was a little nervous at first about this thing, but once you're in the air, you forget it's there. The views, as you saw, were amazing. I hope you enjoyed the trip of my first time of having Phil and the pilot with the Yak52, but most importantly, that Phil is following the adventures in his heart. He's a pilot. He has a Yak52. I'm Rachel with Adventurous Heart. Phil's the pilot, and I hope you get out there and follow all of the adventures in your heart. Get out there. Awesome adventures await.